watch me navigate. I don't stop, get it, get it. We are your captains in it. Steady, watch me navigate. I don't stop, get it, get it. We are your captains in it. Steady, watch me navigate. Is everybody,
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for lolgbt plus presents hashtag STFU. Please welcome to the stage your host, David Shapiro.
Guys for clapping. Oh, okay. You can hear me? I'm mic'd? Okay. I can't tell, but hi. You guys are in a group? And then okay. And you warring factions, you sat. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I'm thrown off by something. I don't know what it is. My name's David Shapiro. We'll start there. And when my family moved here, it was a time of anti-immigration, and we had to change the spelling of our last name so we could assimilate, like with the white people, you know. And so we used to do it the traditional. Now we do it the traditional white way with an S, but we used to do it the traditional Jewish way with a $sign. Okay, I don't know. Scared to laugh? Okay, you're on my side. We can okay, I'm just punching down at me. It's fine. My email's luckyjew22@yahoo.com. And everyone, makes fun of that. My ex-wife is like, "You're the only person under 70 whose email is at yahoo.com." And I'm like, "Well, I'm also the only person under 70 that gets spousal support from you." So, it's working out for me, really, truly, honestly. Yeah, you guys come for stand-up tonight or for drag? Yes? Which, both? Yeah? Okay. Anyone just come for one of them? Like, fuck comedy? Okay, cool. All right, then be funny. I don't know, I'm trying to figure things out, and then there's confusing things in the world. Like that place, Cookies on J Street. You guys know that? And I got really excited because I really like cookies. Like I really like cookies. And I was so excited when they were putting it in because I was like, I'm gonna get cookies. I hope they're open late. And then they were open late. Like I saw they were gonna be open late, and I was like, that's amazing because I work at a nightclub. So when I get off, I'm gonna go get cookies. It's gonna be so much fun. And then I saw they had a security guard, and I was like, oh my god, these cookies must be amazing. And then they opened, and they don't have cookies at all. They just have weed, and I'm very disappointed because I just wanted chocolate chip cookies, and they don't have. I mean, they might have weed cookies, but like, weed makes you want cookies. So I'd be right where I started, and it's not fair. And then like I don't know, I'm mentally ill. Anyone mentally ill in the crowd? Yeah, woo! Oh, everyone, yay! Awesome. This is like AA for mental illness. Um, I have germophobia, right? And I don't know. And I'll be like I like to clean. Like, well, I don't like to clean. I'm compelled to clean, right? Like OCD and intrusive thoughts. And one of the intrusive thoughts is I just learned that 65% of people randomly masturbate while they're on a phone call, right? And I don't. I'm in 35% that does not, right? I know this is concerning to me too, and that's all I can think about. And I'm thinking about the 65% of people that are randomly masturbating whilst on a phone call, and I am not. But I'm cleaning, right? Because I have germophobia, so I'm on the phone. That's what I do when I'm on the phone. I'm cleaning. I have my little headset on. It's a little telemarketer headset, so I can multitask. Because yeah. And so I'm cleaning while I'm on the phone, and I'm thinking about the 65% of people that masturbates while they're on the phone. And then all of a sudden I said to her, the girl on the phone, "I'm not masturbating right now." And she said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, I just learned that 65% of people randomly masturbate while on the phone, and I'm in the 35% of people that does not masturbate while on the phone. So I just wanted you to know I'm in the 35, not the 65." And she said, "What's wrong with you?" And I don't know. Long story short, the Smud lady didn't charge me a late fee that month. So I'm not saying if you have a late fee, you should tell them you're not masturbating, but it worked. It's it's a weird get out of jail. Okay, we'll go back to my ex-wife. She uses my last name to pay for, like, to practice law, right? Because my last name's Shapiro, and she's a lawyer. And that's the best last name, right, for practicing law. So my friends are mad that they're like, that's not fair. She shouldn't get to do that. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of genius of her to do it. And also she's paying me spousal support. So it's kind of like she's renting it, to be honest. The spousal support's interesting because when it came time to argue spousal support. The judge said, I want to hear arguments for spousal support. And my lawyer was like, well, she makes like 250,000 a year, and he does local stand-up comedy. And her attorney was like, well, but he's a man. And my lawyer was like, that's really sexist. And she makes more money, so that's how it's just an equation. And then her lawyer was like, well, he has a college degree. And my lawyer was like, yeah, well, he does local stand-up comedy. Like, she makes 250,000 a year. That's the only thing that matters. And then he said, he's a man with a college degree. And my lawyer started to talk, but the judge was like, stop. You know, like the Britney Spears video. Okay, thank you. Sometimes that's a little too dated for people. I'm glad you're with me on that too. The judge said, what's the college degree in? And all four of us at the same time said, theater. And the judge was like, oh my God, you have to give him spousal support. He'll die. How will he buy groceries with monologues and soliloquies? I don't think that will work. Character break down his way to rent? Like, no. So, I don't know. It's interesting being divorced. I don't know how to date. Like, I'm scared to date. I'm not good at it. Also, I do drag for a living, so that's, you know, I mean, you can't tell now, right? Like, this isn't, please don't think this is my drag. It's not that impressive, but it's not this least impressive, this not impressive. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for applauding. But I don't know, like, okay, there's something I wanted to, you guys want to hear about something that I'm thinking about? Okay. Jesse, do you mind muting it? Okay, I'm gonna mute the stream. I don't know if I want to say this on the internet. Yeah, yeah. But I wanna happened in this room. No, so a performer called out, so we had a performer fill in tonight. So I'm really excited for that. So make sure, have you guys been to drag shows before? Yeah? Okay, cool. So if you want to tip the performers while they're lip syncing, that's totally fine and acceptable. You also don't have to. I don't know if you came prepared to, but it's acceptable and fine. Yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm a straight man, right? And it's hard to think about dating because my friends will see a girl and they're like, "Oh, she looks cute," and I'm like, "Yeah, she has a cute booty, but her peep toe booties are really cute." And I want to find out where she got them. Everyone knows what peep toe booties are? No? Peep toe booties are they're like little zip up boots that they show your toe because they have a hole because like it's cold but you still want to show your pedicure. Yeah, right. This is a good explanation of peep toe booties. Yeah, and I don't know, like I haven't had sex in 6 years, but what if I did? What if I went home with a girl and we had like consensual, wonderful sex, and then I woke up like before her and stole her cute clothes? I'm a terrible person. I'm stealing identities. I'm stealing clothes. I'm really not that bad of a person. I just am broke, you know? And drag's expensive. I haven't had to buy new boy clothes ever, you know, since junior high. Everything still fits. Because I'm Jewish and we don't grow. We hit 5 foot and that's it. We just stay here. I'm actually average American woman height, which is, well, it's really good it's good for my drag and it's really good if I transition. I'm taller than you. How tall are you? Okay, well, I mean, I'm only 5'5". Like yeah, okay. You make it sound like I'm gonna dunk on you. Like sure, I'm 2 inches tall. Like I can put something on a slightly higher shelf than you can, you know? Yay. 5'5". Ooh, good for me. This guy came up to me the other day when I was in drag, and because we're just talking about it now, it's right. It's that okay. The band-aid's off, and he said, I don't know if this is funny, but come along for the ride. He said, and you haven't heard this. He said, "Are you a woman or are you a RuPaul?" This is at Badlands where there's drag 5 nights a week. Like, what? See, this is why I'm like, I don't want to be a man anymore. Like, I don't want to be associated with that. Like, and I said, what? Like, that was all in my head. But then outwardly, I said, huh? And he said, are you a woman or are you a RuPaul? And like flabbergasted, I said, both. And he said, oh. And then he said, I'm just curious if you have a pecker. And I said, you're so offensive, I don't know what to do, but why are you asking? Like, where? Because he wanted to fuck, that's why, right? Like, that's all. But he wouldn't even want to say that. Like, this drunk, nasty white man didn't, he just wanted to be coy, I guess. But I'm like, you have to be clever to be coy. Like, so, I said, I'm going to make a TikTok right now. Is that okay? And then we did, and I made a TikTok and called them out. And all my friends that are girls and femme were like, yeah, you should do that. Good. But all the guys were like, why'd you put him on blast like that? I don't know. Again, I said, I don't know if it's funny, but it was interesting. I want to tell you guys about it. I'm really not on my normal stuff tonight. I'm sorry. Thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable. I appreciate it. There's something else. It's just weird. It's weird how everybody's concerned about what's in everybody's pants. I think, like, I don't understand that, and like conservatives also don't want us to know what's in their pants because they want like conceal and carry permits. So it's like, why can't we just have conceal and carry permits for our own genitals? Like, why is that too much to ask? No, yeah. And then, like, I don't know, another, like, rhetoric is, like, oh, if you die in 100 years, they're going to dig up your bones and you're going to have man bones. Well, I'm gonna be cremated. Like, I'm not really worried about that. Like, the ash is going to look like pretty ash, you know? I'm going to have them mix in some glitter. So, they'll be like, oh, this woman had, you know? Like the good glitter, the AB, that shines in all the light and gives off, like, the rainbow sparkle. Oh, I had things I was going to talk about, but this is what's on my brain. So I was like, I'm distracted. So I don't, and also like dating women, I don't know how to do that anymore. I went on a date with this woman, and um, she thought she was going out with me in drag. Like it was a whole miscommunication. And so I catfished her on accident because I showed up as a boy, which, oops, I didn't, my bad. I don't know. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, but I don't have nice boy clothes because they're all from junior high. So it's not like I have, like, I don't know what guys wear on dates. Like, this is what I wear on the regular. I had like 4 dresses I could have wore. I knew exactly which dresses, but like, I don't know what to wear on a date with a woman to Il Fornaio. I don't want to go to Il Fornaio. Why are we going to Il Fornaio? I'd rather just go get like Thai, you know? But anyway, we went, and okay, I am a mean person. We've established that. So this is really no more different. She was dumb, and it's okay if you're dumb, but like at least be funny or hot or be able to carry a conversation. She couldn't carry a conversation, and she wasn't pretty, and she wasn't smart, and she wasn't funny. And I was like, I just need 25%. Like, I'm not asking for everything. I know I'm a weird little man at the moment, but like, I'm not asking for much. Just be smart, like, you know, and ugly. Like, that's fine. Like, but she wasn't giving me anything, and so I just didn't. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore either. Yes, I don't know. I think you guys helped me make a decision about what I should do, because talking it out helps. Thank you for allowing this. You ready to see more show? I'm ready to bring out another performer for you guys. Okay, so like I said, we had a fill-in performer for the show, and she actually just texted me at like 7 o'clock when I woke up, and the other performer had just told me she had a family emergency. So this next performer is filling in. So please get loud and be really excited and supportive for this next performer. Okay? Okay? So start clapping now. Give it up. Make some noise. Give it up for Aurora.
Bring the beat in. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody asks me why I'm smiling out from ear to ear. But I know nothing's perfect, but it's worth it after fighting through my tears. And finally you put me first. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only one I see. Come on, baby, is it you? You're the one that can shut off. You're the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top. You put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top. Put my love on top. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love.
Keep it going for Aurora a lot more. You know what's funny, and this isn't a roast about her. She's like one of my best friends. But if you book her for a show, she will not show up. But if she just happens to show up and you need her, she will absolutely show up. So one more time for Aurora a lot more. All right, I'm going to bring out another comedian who probably won't talk about what I did, but probably just be funny. So please put your hands together, make some noise, get loud. Give it up for Joe Jaffray.
All right, that was prolonged. I like that. You're excited. Excellent. I'm going to set this down here, not because I'm unprofessional. I just might use you guys as guinea pigs later, and we'll see how that goes. All right, first things first. Are we all having a good night? Yeah, good day today? I didn't, man. It sucked. I had to go to the grocery store. I hate that place. I was walking around, and from like 9 aisles away, I hear some lady scream out, "God damn it! White people are nosy." So I ran over there to see what the hell she was talking about. Time I got there, she was gone. It was just me and 5 other out-of-breath white dudes. You're like, jeepers, fellas, why would she make that up? How rude. Oh, man. I had a nervous breakdown a couple of months ago. I actually haven't been leaving my house a whole lot. I was out, and some 17-year-old kid told me that I was older than his mom. Said, "Screw you, man. I'll marry your mom, ground you. Say goodbye to your PlayStation, dumbass." Said, "Nah, that would never work. You're way too old for her." Fuck you, man. So now I gotta have a midlife crisis because this kid's mom was popular in high school. That's not fair. It's not fair to me. No, it wouldn't work anyway. I'm already married, so that wouldn't work. My wife's great, dude, but my wife also wants to go camping, and I don't know how to get out of that shit. Honestly, I don't want to do that. Grew up in the woods. My house was a shack. I camped for 26 years. I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, oh, it'll be great. We'll camp by the lake. It'll be so beautiful. Oh, the lake. You mean a lake just like the one right next to my house that I used to dream about drowning tourists in so the cops would haul me away to someplace with running fucking water? No, I don't want to camp next to I don't want to go back to that nightmare. So, moved out here so my future children wouldn't know the horrors of being stalked by a bear. All right, that's not going back. I don't know. I originally moved out here because of the Beach Boys. All that bullshit they were singing about, dude. Got me all confused. They were singing about California girls and how amazing they are. Oh, wow, that's great, dude. I gotta get out there, meet some of these California girls. Then I moved here. I did the math. I realized the women they're singing about are in their 80s now. So that was a bust. I had to meet someone my own age, man. Sucks. I don't know, man. Do you guys like the woods? You forest people? You are not my people, man. I didn't like it. Dude, no, I grew up in the middle of a forest. It was a goddamn nightmare. I hated every second of it. Those walls close in on you. And by walls, I mean an innumerable amount of trees that you just can't get past. I do have some good memories from it, though, right? Like, it was my childhood and everything. Like this one time, a single rat got into my grandma's attic. So to solve the problem, my uncle made 15 homemade explosives. He was not a well man. It's very sick. But he throws all these explosives up into the attic. They start going off. Bam, 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 bam. Scares the shit out of the rat. He finds the hole he came in through, runs out. Boom, no more rat problem. Literally, boom, no more rat problem. It's great. Then my mom looks at my uncle. She's like, "Wow, dude, I can't believe that worked. You're crazy like a fox, aren't you?" And I never heard that term before. I thought it meant he had rabies, so I shot him. It's all right, though. We made it look like a hunting accident. That would have been a lot funnier if I remembered to do the first part of that joke. But I tried some other shit, and I didn't transition into it properly, so just pulling the curtain back here a little bit. I like listening to rap music sometimes. But as a guy who looks, talks, acts, sounds, dresses, and walks like I do, I feel a little out of place sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. And there's words that I'm not allowed to say, and I don't say them. I know that. But I also feel like there's words that I have to put in there in order for it to be acceptable that I'm singing it for my privileged life, right? Like Tupac, changes, perfect example, right? Still I see no changes. Can't a brother get a little peace? There's a war on the streets and a war in the Middle East. Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. But not me specifically, is how I have to finish that. Otherwise, I get an icky feeling in my tum-tum, and I don't like that. I wrote that whole joke because I wanted to say icky feeling in my tum-tum. I'm glad you guys indulged me on that. Oh, my hair's getting out of control, man. I'm just never going to get a haircut again. I've decided it's not going to happen. And it helps me out sometimes, honestly, you know? Is one time I was hanging out in my backyard, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I was listening to some music on my AirPods, and while headbanging to some Cyndi Lauper, one of the AirPods came out, right? But it didn't fall to the ground. It got stuck in my hair. I was like, oh, sweet. Just pop that bad boy right back in. You don't even have to bend down. That's convenient. But then the wind kicked up, blew my hair into my cigarette, and my head burst into flames. That was less convenient. I didn't like that as much. You guys got kids, man? Any other parents in here tonight? No? Whole bunch of shaking heads? Fucking virgins, man. Take your goddamn disposable income and go to hell. How about that? I hate you guys. That's tough having kids, man. No one ever says anything useful. It's always the same garbage. We don't come with a manual. You know that, jackass. Don't come with a manual. You have to improvise. Because what you do have access to are a whole bunch of Netflix documentaries about children who murdered their own parents. So it's been taking a whole lot of notes, so that doesn't happen to me. Saw one about the Menendez brothers, man. That scared the shit out of me. If you don't remember who the Menendez brothers are, they were two brothers who murdered their parents for an inheritance. Nope. Now, every night when I put my kids to bed, I show them my checking account balance on my phone. Let's make sure we're on the same page, you guys. Look, if you murder mommy and daddy in a fit of rage tonight, you're going to owe the bank $48. Do you see how that works? That's what all those scary red numbers mean. So keep that shit in mind. Oh, man, my daughter's cool, dude. She's 4 years old. All she talks about is how she wants to become a firefighter one day. Fuck that idea. No, I don't like that, dude. That's a dangerous job, you know? People get killed doing that. And I'd rather her just join the family business, which is arson. We're arsonists. Burn shit for money. Christmas would be weird. I don't know, dude. I try to raise my kids to have compassion and empathy for other people, you know? Because the last thing I want is for my kids to turn into little bullies and start fucking with other kids. That would break my heart, dude. I'll never forget my bully's name. It was this kid named Jacob. And Jacob was an 11-year-old bag of shit. I hated him so much. This kid was an asshole. He'd always kick me and punch me. He'd rip my Ninja Turtle action figures apart. This little bastard jammed a stick in the front spokes of my bike and I flew over my handlebars. Yeah. About a year after he moved in next door to me and well into his reign of terror, Jacob was out in the street playing and he got hit by a car. Yeah, he died. And as I drove away with Jacob's lifeless body reflected in my rearview mirror, couldn't help but consider the lessons I learned that day, you know? Like, don't take shit from 11-year-olds. You're 39. What are you doing? Don't let that shit go on, man. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. My son's been getting out of hand lately. Can't hate your kids, though, man. And I don't, dude, because I did all these studies that say if you hit your kids, they'll develop all these psychological issues later on in life. So I never hit them. I do trip them sometimes. So they didn't do studies on that, so I think I'm all right. Fuck those kids. No, they're cool, I guess. I don't know, dude. I've just been in a really weird headspace lately, man. I just haven't been feeling good. My friend sent me an inspirational quote that she thought would help. It's from Anne Frank. But it was nice, though. She wrote, I still believe, in spite of everything, people are truly good at heart. And I think it's important to understand that Anne Frank never worked in customer service. Not one goddamn day. So the hell would she know about it? I've been working in customer service for almost 21 years now, and I hate it. And this freaked me out, dude. I was back there, and I was listening to David, and he started talking about that 65% shit, and I didn't understand that that was a thing. Oh, you guys weren't here. Apparently 65% of people on the phone masturbate while they're doing it. I never heard of that. Fucking freaked me out, right? Because I've been taking calls for 21 years. And if I'm trying to do the math back there, but I'm bad at math, and I'm like, if 80% of the people that I talk to are screaming at me, and 65% of those people are masturbating, and like 50% of those people are old people from Florida, how many old senior citizens from Florida are just, I hate you! It's freaking me out now, man. It's throwing me off. I don't like it. It's all right, though. Oh, I try to calm down. I smoke a lot of weed, man. You guys smoke weed? No? Cool. This will be super relatable to everyone. It's apparently moved on. They're like, no, it's legal now, man. We don't fucking care. We smoke crack. But no, I love smoking weed. My favorite place to smoke weed is in my backyard by my hummingbird feeder. Because they're going so fast, you know? Like, I'm going so slow. I just love juxtaposition, dude. I love just standing there, letting it happen. But smoking weed can fuck your life up, though, man. I've seen it happen. Like this one time, I was in my backyard smoking a joint, and I got too close to the hummingbird feeder by mistake, and I got one of the hummingbirds stoned. Yeah, he's just a regular bird now. So felt bad, dude, but like, I don't know, man. You still see him out there sometimes, flapping all normal speed and shit, you know? Feel bad, but I still chase him off my property when I see him. Fucking drug addict. I got kids in here, dude. Get the hell away from me. Live in a shitty neighborhood too, man. I don't like it. Break-ins happen all the time. Home invasions. And I'm broke. I can't afford a security system. So I just smeared blood all over my walls. So now every time someone breaks into my house, they suddenly find themselves in a far more serious situation. What they thought they signed up for. It works too, man. I had 5 break-in attempts last year. 4 of them called the cops for me. I didn't have to do anything. It was nice. It's not all bad, though. I have a pool behind my house. I like that. That's nice. Maintenance is a bitch sometimes, though, because I'll go out there and I'll see a bumblebee flailing around in the pool, and I'll scoop him out of there, and I'll let him dry off in the concrete, and after a few minutes, he gets up, flies away, and I feel good about that, because bumblebees are good for the environment, and we need them. Sometimes I'll go out there, and I'll see a wasp flailing around in the pool. I drown those motherfuckers. I don't care, dude. We don't need them as much, right? Still, though, when you're standing outside at 7:30 in the morning, holding an insect's head underwater with a pair of tweezers, just watching those bubbles stop. It's really only one thing that runs through your mind, you know? My therapist is a fucking con artist. I gotta stop seeing this guy. My wife came out. She caught me doing this one time. She's an environmental scientist. She freaked out. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? So I explained it to her like a rational person. Bumblebees get to live. Wasps have to die. I didn't make the rule. All right, I made the rules, but I killed too many, and I can't reverse the clock. It's like, all right, well, that's fine, but you understand that wasps can memorize a human's face, right? So if one flies by and sees you doing this, it can report back to the nest that you're fucked in the head, and all the other wasps are going to know to attack you when they see you out here doing this. Did you know they could do that? I did not know they could do that. So now I wear a clown mask when I do it. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's fine. It's the only mask I had, all right? Halloween 2 years ago. I'm not going to go out and buy a second mask specifically to drown wasps in it. That would be fucking crazy, all right? Not there yet. I'm fine. I'm not fine. It's all right. I don't know, man. Here's a fun fact about death. Did you know that if you died and you didn't have any identification on you, they don't have to call you John Doe? It's not in the rules anywhere, man. Turns out they could just make up whatever silly ass shit they feel like calling you that day. It's a nightmare. There was some kid that died in the 70s, and all he had on him were some Grateful Dead concert tickets. So for 40 years, they called this kid the Grateful Doe. Why are we giving them that much power? That's horrifying, dude. You don't understand how bad that affects me, dude. I'm terrified, dude, because I don't have a driver's license. Now I'm afraid to open up a jar of pickles because if I have an aneurysm halfway through it, then everyone's going to call me dildo. Right back in high school again. I'm not doing it. Fuck that, man. All right, that's been it for me, guys. I hope you had a whole lot of fun. I'll see you back here doing some other super awkward shit. Give it up for David.
Keep it going for Joe Giuffre. Okay. Oh, no, I'm going to leave this. Because the show has stand-up. So the concept of the show is now you've seen everybody do what they do normal, right? Except me. And then we do the other thing, right? So, okay, so now we're going to switch, and you're going to see a drag performer do stand-up and a stand-up performer do a lip sync. Okay, you ready? You excited? Okay, then keep clapping, keep making noise. Give it up for Aurora a lot more.
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? I was like, you guys got to help me out. Okay, first of all, I'm not a comic. I was going to say comedic. I'm not a comic. And then on top of that, I wasn't even supposed to be here tonight, okay? I wasn't lying. I literally texted him at 6 p.m. I had just gotten out of the shower, and I was like, I kind of feel like going out tonight, right? It's rainy. It was rainy. I feel wet. I'm wet. So let's go out. So I messaged him, and he's like, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it because we had a cancellation. I was like, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to do it, but I'm straightening my hair. I'm getting ready. Do you want to meet me at the bar afterwards? Like, let's figure something out. And he's like, no, let's figure this out. And I was like, okay, you know what? You pulled out my little bit of a heartstring that I have. I'll come help out. So here I am trying to get ready in 30 minutes. So this is a 30-minute makeup job. Right? When you have talent, it's good. Suzette, take notes. She's my best friend. I'm allowed to say stuff like this. But no, so I didn't have anything prepared. But just like Suzette, I'm also transitioning. So I figured I would talk. I've been transitioning a little longer than she has, if you can tell. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of the experiences that have kind of transferred over because of it. So is anybody Latino or Hispanic in here? So my male name comes from my father. So I am a junior. As soon as I decided to transition, I picked the name he wanted for me to be as a child, but then shortened it. So it's Indy. For Indalecio, it's an indigenous name. So I decided to go with just Indy, just the cute little part, not the rest of it. However, with that being said, as soon as I started doing that, everything changed. I used to be able to sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and just do nothing. Now, my mom is like, so it's gonna be Thanksgiving. We have to do this. We have to do that. We have as soon as it switched over, everything switched over. I was like, wait, I don't know if I wanna do this anymore. I went from being able to have my laundry done, because in Latin culture, men don't do much. They don't do anything besides go to work. I don't do that either. Go to work, come home, they eat, they sleep, they wake up and do it all over again. Now I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, making breakfast for both my parents, taking a nap, because bitch, I'm tired, okay? I don't want to do anything at all. Waking back up to make them lunch, going back to sleep because bitch, I'm tired. Waking back up to make them dinner, and then if I have energy, then I'm out here, right? Being a hoe. But, so I haven't been working for the last 11 months since January. Oh my God, it's really been that long. I haven't worked for 11 months, so I've been spending a lot of time at home. And I have 2 dogs, and they're lesbians. I'm like, well, isn't this a house full of gays? Like, really? I think my parents really fucked up with this house. But no, it's been going super, super, super great. The funny thing is, the reason why I wanted to go out tonight is they got invited to a quinceañera. And I was like, oh my God, a coming of age for every Latina girl. She's trans. I didn't get invited. I didn't want to go. Because I know that if I went, I would have been like, girl, fix this. Girl, fix that. I'm like, not me trying to like taunt a 15-year-old girl, trans girl, telling her you're not doing it right, knowing damn well she looks way better than I do. So I was like, let me just keep my bitter ass at home. And then that's when I was like, nope, let's go do something. But yeah, that's all I have, unfortunately. So thank you. Here's Suzette.
Keep it going for Aurora a lot more. Stand-up is really hard. I don't know if you guys know that or have done it, but it's like, I think it's the hardest thing because sometimes you do have to be vulnerable. Like, so one more time for Aurora. Okay, that's not moving. All right. Joe, do you want the stool? Okay. Huh? Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna bring him on stage. So make some noise. Put your hands together. Give it up for Joe Jaffray.
Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this life. I still don't know where it's going. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know.
Look at these eyes, they've never seen what matters. Look at these dreams, so big and so better.
I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. So many questions, still left unanswered. So much I've never broken through.
And when I feel you near me, sometimes I see so clearly the only truth I've ever known is me and you.
Look at this man, so blessed with inspiration. Look at this soul, still searching for salvation. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. But I know I love you. That may be all I need to know. I don't know much, but I know I love you. That may be all there is to know.
Keep it going for Joe. Lip syncing is also very hard and requires vulnerability at times. So one more time for Joe Giuffre. He's only gotten to lip sync a couple times, so I think you get better. I don't get better. I stay worse. But all right, I'm gonna lip sync a boy song because that's what I look like right now. Is that cool? You ready? It's ready. Okay. Well, I'm not playing it. I'm lip syncing. Yeah, it's all make believe, But it's funny because I noticed that drag performers don't need props. They just come and they do it, and comics always have props because we're like, what do we do with our hands? Okay, here we go. You guys ready? You can sing with me if you want.
Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down Sunday. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hot. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop. I wonder, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down Sunday. Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down Sunday.
Okay, thank you guys. The way that we end a drag show though is not like that with a terrible whatever that was. It's with a curtain call, so we're gonna bring everybody back out so you guys can clap for them.
Yo,
So please
mic
make
check,
some
mic
noise.
check.
Give it up for Aurora a lot more.
Oh, nah, he over here. Yeah, I heard he got
Keep it going, Joe Giuffre.
It's called. Let's get it going.
One more time for Stab Comedy Theater and Jussie, who produces and runs this theater. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. This show is every fourth Saturday. The next one is December, whatever the fourth Saturday is, the 29th, I think. I think so, yeah. So I hope you guys come back. Maybe I'll have updates and figure out my life. But one more time for Aurora a lot more and Joe Giuffre. You guys, there's a show right after this. You should stay for it if you want. That would be great. Otherwise, we'll be in the in the lobby if you want. She'll be in the alley. We'll be in the lobby if you want to say hi to them. So thank you.
All right, everybody, that is it for STFU. Thanks for hanging out. But we're not done. As David said, we've got one more show. It's Dear Abby WTF. And that'll be getting started, well, kind of as soon as we get set up, I guess, since Nicole seems to be in a hurry. So, yeah, I mean, I have this listed as 10:30, so it's confusing when we start early. But give us a couple minutes. Dear Abby WTF will begin shortly. And if you're done with us for the evening, check out stadcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays and Sundays, and we stream every gosh darn thing we do.
Some bad news where this and there. Give me all you got, baby, don't hold me. Sure, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. So no offense to you, but don't waste your time. Here's where. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like a happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. She levels too high, bring that down. She levels too high. She levels too high, bring that down. She levels too high. She levels too high, bring that down. She levels too high. Hey, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like a happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
give you anything, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. I give you all I got to give if you say you love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I got I'll give to you. I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, you can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of things that money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. Oh, I don't care too much for money, 'cause money, money. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of things that money just can't buy. Oh, I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Love can't buy me love. Money can't buy me love.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Dear Abby WTF. Please welcome already on stage your host, Jesse and Nicole.
I should grab a mic.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I was thinking about having them be on stage when the interrogation lights hit. But
Yeah.
I don't want them to get scared. Nicole Eichenberg, how the hell are you?
It's been different. I just told you my mother just passed away,
Uh-huh.
which is sad. But there is a funny part. So I got into her phone to like look for the stuff I needed, and someone sent her a text, and it's someone she obviously hadn't talked to in a long time, and it says "Happy Halloween." There's a gif of a ghost. So, yeah. So I had to type back. I'm like, I'm so sorry to tell you that she's passed away, and they never answered me. So
Were you all? This is her, like
yeah,
with the ghost.
yes. And I brought my family, my mom's sister, and then my cousin's 2 kids, the twins.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you guys travel from far? Okay. All right. Were you in Arizona during the summer? No. Okay. Yeah. Don't. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that's awesome. What are you having time to write or watch anything fun? What are you?
I have been watching Food Network a lot, and there's the baking challenges they have where people have to make like these hyper realistic things.
Yeah.
There's a Harry Potter one, and I don't really give a shit about Harry Potter, but the things they're making are incredible. Like working lights and things, and like codes you can look at with like special glasses. It's insane.
The food, and is it edible?
It's edible. I think like some of the part, like the structure is metal and all that.
Like you start glowing after you eat it. Like,
Yes.
you
But it looks
float
good.
away. Oh, that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was just gonna do all of those bits.
Yeah. It's funny. So my cousin's name is Nikki. I'm Nicole, obviously, and the twins are Nicole and Nicholas. So we don't know who's talking to who at any point.
Well, that would be good though. Like if you just want to ignore people, you just be like, oh, I thought you were talking to the other Nicole. I'm sorry.
Noted. Thank you.
Yeah. No.
What have you been watching, Jesse?
Yeah, I hate because I love this show, but I hate saying the title of it because it makes me sound like the sex lives of college girls. It's in its 3rd season. It started when they were in high school. No, I'm kidding. But it was it's the sex life. It's on Max, formerly HBO.
Do I want to ask what it's about?
It's about these girls they meet in the dorm at college, and of course like they come from all like there's the rich one, there's the athletic one, there's the mean one, there's the sorority one. Well, that's the mean one. And it's just like they're random, it's like Girls, but like they're still in college. Do you remember Girls with Lena Dunham?
I do. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed the show. Like it was very millennial, but Lena Dunham,
She went off.
Yeah.
Like she didn't like the show didn't age well after Lena Dunham told us all her dirty little secrets.
Yeah, and some of the stuff she said afterwards too. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It makes the show hard to rewatch, but it's so funny. But it's kind of like I guess it's like if they were still in college, So it's super funny, but. Season 3 like premiered yesterday, but other than that, I'm still watching Dodger World Series highlights, like Infinity. Like I'm still watching that, and like that's really what cheered me up post everything,
Yeah.
was like I'm just gonna watch that, and then I've just like spent like I don't know like the last 3 weeks like I joined Blue Sky.
Oh.
Yes.
Did not see that coming from you.
Yeah, well, I used to love Twitter until like
X.
Yeah. Until and then it just got crazy. But Mark Maron joined Blue Sky, and his first whatever was like reboot, more like a relapse.
I love we're the only 2 ones laughing at that.
Yeah, because it's Mark Maron, and I. So let me tell you. So this happened to me the other day. I needed a retail therapy morning or midday, and so it was a Monday, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Nordstrom Rack. On my lunch break, I'm gonna go to Nordstrom Rack, and I'm gonna put on my favorite podcast, My Favorite Murder, and I'm just gonna walk around Nordstrom Rack listening to My Favorite Murder and just enjoy the bliss, right? Well, it was their Monday episode, which is like a short episode, and I didn't realize. So first I was in there just like having a great time, just like shopping and trying clothes on, and like, oh, I'm gonna get this, and like life is great. But then like after I'd been in there like 15, 20, 25 minutes, like I started like feeling like, I was like, oh my God, it's so claustrophobic in here, and like it's so hot, and if this guy would just fucking move, I could try on this jacket, and like, oh my God, I love this, but I don't want this color. And then I realized that My Favorite Murder had ended, and it had just went right into Mark Maron's podcast. And like now Mark Maron was on it. Yeah, it's the end of democracy, folks. It's over. We're doomed. And that just played into my head, and I was just like, and so I had that. So that happened to me the other day. So I guess I'm doing okay.
That sounds terrible.
It was kind of crazy, and I almost like had a panic attack and left, but I realized, oh wait, it's Maron. And so I turned him off, and then I don't think I bought anything that day. Did I? I think I got a jacket.
Good. I was wondering what you did at Nordstrom Rack that day.
Yeah, I think I got a jacket. But anyway, should we bring up our guests, or should we just talk the whole?
Let's bring up our guests,
Let's
please.
to have a show.
Yes.
All right. Well, please welcome to the stage, Caitlin and Jessica. Thank you. Now, are you going to try to figure out who's who, Nicole?
Not really.
Okay.
Boo. What's the point?
Yeah. Well, this is Caitlin.
If you even care.
Yeah.
I do. Hi.
And Jessica. And so Caitlin joined comedy at the same time as another Katie, Caitlin. I've had full-on conversations with either one of them thinking it was the other one. And so I actually thought I booked the other one. No, I'm just kidding. I knew it was you. That happened to me once at a job, like with we had hired some twins, and one of the twins I had interviewed, and like so I knew she was a good worker, and I wanted her on my team, and then I went to like the operations manager like 4 or 5 months down the road, and when I was trying to add people to my team, and I knew it was gonna be a stretch because I knew she was a good worker, and I went and I told Will. And I was like, hey, I want one of your workers. And he's all, who, Rivera? And I was like, that one. He's like, go ahead, take her. I was like, what? And he's all, go ahead. And I was like, come on, let's go. And like, we went back, and she was like all quiet, and I was like training her, and like, she was just like, and I was like, why is she not like talking? Like, she's so quiet, you know? And then she's like, do you think I'm my sister? And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, do I not get to be on your team now? Because like I worked in a call center, and like my team was the social media team. So like my team was the only team like not on the phones, right? And we had like full access on our computers, and she was heartbroken. And I can't remember if I kept her or not. I think I ended up keeping her, and like the whole joke, like like months later was like, I didn't want you, like I wanted your sister, like, you know. But she's like doing it. She just got a job with the FBI.
I was hoping that the sister was going to be a shitty worker and that you had to keep her anyways because you asked Will for her and like you made the trade and then you fucked up. Like that's what I was hoping for this story. But no, it's worse. You just kept her and it was good.
That. That was very complimenting.
With the whole Caitlin and Kate, yeah.
One's better than the other, yeah.
One is definitely better than the other.
I didn't say that.
You kind of said it, right, ladies? There's kind of some subtext that
Okay.
you hate women.
Are they talking about me in the group chat that I hate women?
No.
Mm-hmm.
In mine, they are.
Okay. Kaylin, are you? Do you?
I can read.
No. Everyone's a comic up here. Are you old enough to remember Dear Abby, like, or newspapers?
I remember newspapers.
Okay, all right. You remember newspapers? All right. Do you remember Dear Abby?
No.
Do you have an idea who Dear Abby is?
Yes.
Okay. So Dear Abby was an advice column, and she was actually based out of the San Francisco.
Sure,
yeah. She was based. she worked for the San Francisco newspaper, and like in the 50s and 60s, people would write longhand. Like sometimes they would type them, but they would write out letters and mail them to this lady
with stamps.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, I've heard of those.
Yeah.
That's like to prevent STDs, right?
Yes.
I have a lot of them.
Stamps?
Yeah.
and Dear Abby would give advice, and it's just crazy. Jessica, you're good at giving advice.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm great at
this
it.
would be right up your alley. Being an
Oh, I would
advice.
love. I should just do like Dear Abby for comics, like as my Instagram feed. Maybe that'll be my crows, training crows, day 300.
Do you think every comic would have like the same problem?
They all, well, it's a variation of mental health issues. That's every comic.
I'm too autistic. What do I do?
Stop looking at the floor.
And then for female, there's a whole other set of issues I got to deal with.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Caitlin, are you good at taking advice?
I'm selective with it.
Okay.
So some
Does it
may say
depend on-
yes.
Does it depend on like who's giving the advice?
I think so. Credibility, and also, if I feel like I'm submissive enough to have someone else tell me what to do.
We're talking about advice, right?
I don't know. I got really weird with it. I'm sorry.
I was on Nicole. You take over.
Yes.
Okay. Should we jump into the letters?
Let's. I'm going to preface this by saying I actually found an old Dear Abby book from the 50s at a yard sale. And all of these 4 letters were in a row, and they're batshit crazy. So we're gonna have
They
fun.
were in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Like, were you like, am I being lazy or am I just getting lucky? Like,
That was my thought too.
yeah.
I have a question before we get started, because I
Sure.
did my homework and actually read the letters.
I wanted to be
before
surprised because I know what a great
coming to
job
work
Nicole
today.
does. I know I didn't have to fact check.
Do you have dates for these letters?
They don't, unfortunately, but I believe the book was published in 1958, so sometime before then.
Okay, that's gonna track.
Okay.
Hard.
Does that
Yeah.
help? All right. Caitlin, did you read the letters beforehand?
I did. Yes.
Do you have a favorite letter?
Yes.
Yeah. So who wants to go first, Caitlin or Jessica?
You can go first. Okay. That's so sweet of you.
I want to see Jess's reaction when you pick the letter. Look, she's already making a face at you.
Oh, are
She
you
already
mad?
judged
No,
you.
You guys mad at me?
What letter are you reading? Let us know. So you're gonna read the letter and the response, and then we're gonna make fun of you.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna make fun of you.
Perfect.
We're not that show.
So it's the 4th one. I will get started now.
Knock yourself out.
Okay. Dear Abby, your column is always full of women who are getting the worst of it from men. I am a career woman, and not an old maid either, who has refused at least a dozen men in my 48 years. There are only 2 kinds of men, those who are weak and want a woman to support them, and those who are brutes and want a woman to push around. If I know my Bible, didn't Eve have to get drunk on sour grapes before being able to accept Adam? Times have not changed. No woman who is sober and in her right mind would put up with a man. From Single and Happy. Dear Single. Do you guys do a voice for Abby at all?
You should try it.
Okay.
I feel like you want to.
Yeah, because this feels like I'm in class right now.
Okay, all right, do it. Do it.
Dear Single, you've got your sour grapes in the wrong chapter. The Bible says, Genesis, it is not good for a man to be alone.
That was really cringy, I'm sorry.
And I presume the same goes for women.
So what I really
That's
like...
her response?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Single and Happy didn't want advice. She wanted to brag, which... If I know anything about being happy with myself, I constantly tell other people that I'm happy with myself to convince them.
Oh.
And yourself.
And myself.
And have you convinced yourself?
Not right now.
Not right. Have you convinced other people?
And I don't think
Let's
she
ask
was
the audience.
Yeah. I don't think she was sober when she wrote this, honestly.
No, yeah. She's like too cocky. Because she's not asking for advice. She's...
No, like maybe she wasn't sober, but she was definitely like sniffing the whiteout or like smelling the ditto paper. Like she was doing like, what were like the side things they were getting high on in the early
Was
50s?
ink toxic back then? Like,
Was
just
what?
like the pen ink and the quill that they used in the 1800s to write these fucking letters on parchment.
Yeah, what could they have
Yeah.
been getting high on? What
Did
household items were they getting high on in the 50s, Nicole?
Did the Coke still have cocaine? That's my question.
Oh, they went high. Yeah, definitely still had cocaine. It was not all drywall at that point. like it is now.
Asbestos.
I was trying to do the math of what did she say? She's refused at least a dozen men in 48 years. Not good numbers.
Although, I'll be nice and like start at age 18 because I'm assuming no one asked her. Well, she wouldn't count it. I think if like kindergarten, you say you're gonna get married. I'm assuming she didn't count that.
Yeah.
So let's see. So that's 30 years, and 30 divided by 12 is like 2 point something. So like every 2.5 years or so.
Yeah, I hit on 3 girls just today at Trader Joe's.
That is not surprising at all.
Why did they
So
go to
do you
Trader
think?
Joe's?
Okay, wait. Is she dating and then being like, ew, yuck,
I hate men, and like every, like,
No, I think she's like letting everyone know that they're being abused, and she's not. Pretty much.
Also, she's not even dating.
Yeah, single and happy, and she hates men.
oh, I just
But
thought,
loves the Bible.
To be fair, it kind of sucked for women back in that day anyway, so I can kind of see why she wouldn't want to get married and, get slapped around, have to make dinner.
Well, the whole thing about like there's 2 types of men, like there's only 2 types. And is this still true? There's only 2 types?
where's the two kinds of men? Those who are weak and want women to support them, and those who are brutes and want.
I say there's at least 3 nowadays.
Which one are you, Jesse?
I'm a brute. I'm neither one of these. Hold on.
I'm drunk on sour grapes.
Just be clear.
I mean, I am kind of weak, but I can support myself. But I mean, if she wanted to, okay, yeah, I guess I am weak and would like.
You would love to be a sugar baby
I
to
would
a strong 48-year-old woman.
Yeah, strong.
To support you on sour grapes.
I would just be her 13th rejection.
13th reason.
Yeah.
And sour grapes kind of sounds like prison wine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that, yeah.
I like how nobody laughed at that joke. Anyway, moving along.
What is it called? It's called,
Pruno, I think. Why do I know this?
Don't they make it in the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just showing Jessica a YouTube channel that I watch of like it's like a prison cooking show of like
Oh my God.
all the stuff that they make in prison. It's pretty cool.
And like a lot of ramen with like chips thrown inside.
Yes, that's what it was.
That's
yeah,
like
it was a
precisely.
taki. He made a taki wet burrito.
It was actually ingenious. I'm sorry, really quickly. At the end, towards the end of the video, he puts the mess inside the tortilla, inside a bag, and then puts hot water in the bag, and then closes up the bag like
Yeah, well, it was
like steaming the burrito.
It was the potato chips bag. It was the Cheetos. It was the hot Cheetos bag, and he had used the hot Cheetos to give the burrito some heat, and then he put it in the bag, wet it, sealed the bag, left it alone for a while.
When you have nothing but time on your hands, you can really come up with some fantastic things to get that sodium in your bloodstream faster.
Can I share something with you guys about that I found out about my own family here, like just very recently? I was sitting at home maybe 3 months ago thinking about one time when I was like in 3rd grade and my dad went to go work out of town for like 6 months, and he went to go work in Arizona for like 6 months. And when he came back, he even brought me like these rocks that he said were from Arizona. And then like I was sitting at home like 2 or 3 months ago, like kind of like thinking about it and like doing the math. And I was like, you know what? And I called my sister and I was like, hey, when I was like in 3rd grade and like dad went to Arizona to work, she's like, no, he was in jail, stupid. And I was like, thought so. All right, bye. She's like, is that all you needed? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. I like took those rocks to show and tell. Like I
Where
had
did he
them
get
for
the
like a
rocks,
long time,
though?
like on my dresser, like.
From the yard?
That's what I was
I
like.
don't
Are these
know where
prison
he got
rocks?
them. He don't know they were from Arizona. Is what he told me.
Well, maybe he really was in Arizona.
There's a federal prison there, so it's entirely possible.
Well, no, I don't think he was that. No, he just drank. Like he wasn't like he didn't rob banks. He just like would hit polls.
No, but like, what if he like, drove over the border, got like, whatever charge.
I don't know.
And then had to go to jail there for 6 months.
But yeah,
He lied about going to Arizona. You think he's truthful about the crimes that he committed? All he did was like, it's literally Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
It's literally atrocious.
All right. Hey, so real quick before we move on to the next letter, did this lady ever get married, or did she find a nice lady?
Oh, she's definitely roommates with
Her friend from college.
Yeah.
I want to tell a quick story.
Tell it.
So when my grandma sold my grandma and grandpa's house, she was like, "Oh my God, people who bought it, it's these really nice best friends. It's a high school PE teacher at a Catholic school and a policewoman." And I'm like, "Yes, Grandma, I'm sure they're just best friends." My Catholic grandma.
Grandma will say they're best friends. That's the
All right. We're gonna move on to the next letter. Jessica, did Caitlin pick the letter you wanted to read?
No.
Oh,
But
I was kind of hoping she did. I was gonna ask if you wanted to fight her.
No.
All right.
I would never.
You're safe, Caitlin.
So now, like, in my head, we're reading these out of order.
Yeah.
Because I'm going next, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm reading letter number 3. Dear Abby, let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
All right. Dear Abby, I'm writing to you because I need help and am ashamed to ask anyone else. My wife loses her temper and she beats the heck out of me. I never hit her back because I was brought up to be a gentleman. She curses me and hits me in front of the children, and I'm afraid they are losing respect for me. What should I do? Signed, Mac. I can't do that Caitlin voice. Okay. Dear Mac, your beautiful manners are wasted on this shrew. Handle her temper tantrums as you would a child's. Turn her over your knee and paddle her. The meek inherit nothing but abuse.
Whoa. Wow. A lot to unpack here. Jess, initial thoughts.
I'm pretty sure Abby just told Mac to beat his wife back.
Yeah.
Caitlin?
Who knew Dear Abby said equal rights, equal fights? Jesus Christ. Predated 1958.
I want to say that Dear Abby not only wrote back to Mac, but maybe sent him a nice little picture.
Was he still alive when he read this? Because it sounds like things weren't going so well.
Does children also beat him? Like, I feel like that's where it's headed at some point.
Losing respect for me.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. Like, I don't know. It seems like, okay, in general, I know we do a Dear Abby show. People write in for things they should really just ask like their friends or like anyone else about.
He's embarrassed.
Nicole, did you just write this response as like fan fiction? You know, this is what I would have said.
No, you know me. I just tell everyone to get divorced. That's my answer.
Yeah, you would have just told him to get divorced?
Yeah. In 1958 or before.
Mm-hmm. Caitlin, this is my favorite question to ask. Do you think they got divorced or had another child to save the marriage?
Probably had another. Wait, how many are there? Does it say?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is children.
I think they would probably have another, and then all the children ganged up with the mother.
Because there was really no birth control back then, so they probably just kept popping out kids.
Yeah.
In 1958?
Well, also that's the dream, is to breed.
Right. The American dream.
In every situation, they want to breed. Cockroaches. Somebody else talk, please.
Mouses. Okay, rabbits.
Do we want to talk about this response? Handle her temper tantrums as you would a child's.
First of all, he can't handle his own children. They're already losing respect for him.
Okay.
Apparently, we got to beat them too.
And she like specifically said paddle her, not spank her, like paddle her, like get a weapon.
It sounds like he's gonna initiate her into a frat house.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Sometimes I wonder if she just writes shit just because she's bored or she's drunk.
I think this one sounds like she was drunk. This definitely, like, Dear Abby was hitting the sauce. She's like, I'll tell you what I want.
Exactly. All right. Any additional thoughts for poor Mac?
Do you think Mac's children visited his grave after he died?
Did he even get a grave, or did he like disappear?
Yeah, I think there was like an accidental
brakes on
death and
his car
dismemberment.
malfunctioned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a devil's advocate, and I want to hear it from the wife's perspective.
Jessica, speak from the wife's perspective.
Why is she beating her husband?
Probably.
So heckish?
Here's the thing: if I know anything about the 1950s, he's probably not making enough money. He's probably not taking out the trash. He probably can't fix her car. So she's like,
shower.
Yeah, and she's like, why did I marry you anyway? I have to go. I have to work at the laundry house. I have to take care of our 3 kids. Like, I have to do everything around here. You are your job? You're a paper boy. Like, I don't even understand. That's not. You're not providing.
This is a newsie.
You're not providing for this family. So I'm so frustrated with you and your stupid Macness.
So he was the first type of man who
Yeah.
dated a woman. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they got divorced? Nah, they stayed together.
It's the 1950s.
He died.
Do you think this is? Do you think this is the first guy she hit?
Probably the first one didn't hit her back. That's my guess.
And that's why they got married. Yeah.
Do you think the abuse started like when they were dating?
Well, didn't they date for like 2 weeks back then and then get married because
That's
they wanted to have
true.
sex?
Yeah. Or else you couldn't have sex. You could only have sex with like the back of their leg.
I don't want to.
Oh, you remember it?
Yeah.
What is it? Jesus
I have a
is
scar.
Jesus' blind spot. Jesus' blind spot.
Yeah.
Was the
Jesus actually, but yeah.
butthole.
All right, Nicole, do you want to go? Oh, my paper fell apart.
Yeah, mine did too.
Sorry, my stapler needs. It was my mom's stapler.
Obviously
You blame
not from
everything on your mom going
Staples.
forward.
That was a good one.
It starts.
I think.
I inherited it in the.
Yes, exactly. Okay, you see this Louis Vuitton? I only had this because that was her. She's like, guess I don't need it anymore. And I was like, sweet, thanks, free designer purse. But anyway.
Nice purse.
Thanks. I want to read letter 2. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
We're just gonna go all the way backwards. I love it.
Yes. Dear Abby, my wife is a war bride.
Sorry, Jessica looked like she was going to hit me.
I'm too far away.
You can throw stuff. Anyway. Dear Abby, my wife is a war bride and we just completed our 12th year of battle. She keeps saying she wants to go back to Ireland and we have had one fight after another. We have 6 kids and a possibility of 7. When it gets so bad, I hate to come home after work. I can't see any reason for staying married. Have you any suggestions? Signed, Battle Fatigue. Dear Battle, I can see 6 reasons and possibly 7. You need the help of a clergyman or a marriage counselor. The shooting war is over. Try some loving arms. I love all the parentheses in this.
What is a war bride?
Isn't it?
Is this a white thing?
Okay, so I'm gonna call my parents. I'm gonna call my parents out, even though it wasn't a war at the time. So basically, it's like if you go to fight somewhere and you meet someone and bring them back.
Oh.
It's like my parents met in Hawaii, and then instead of paradise, he brought her to like freaking Louisiana.
I love Louisiana. I would rather live in Hawaii, but I love Louisiana.
So now knowing what I know about a war bride,
that makes sense. And that like she wants to go back to Ireland and have her potatoes and eat them too.
I wonder if maybe they're the same person and she's hitting him.
What are the odds that one of their children
Mac
is named Danny?
and Battle Fatigue are the same person.
What are the odds that one of their children's name is Daniel and the daughter is named Emily?
What if they don't have any daughters? Just 6, possibly
They got
7
6,
sons.
Possibly 7 only sons? No, because that would have been brought up in the letter. Like that kind of shit doesn't go unspoken.
Maybe he's just very forward thinking and doesn't care about gender. No. Anyway.
No, he's Irish.
There's a chance.
I love when they say the possibility of 7. It's like, are you taking a pregnancy test right now?
No, she just missed her period last week, so.
True.
It could be wishful
Because she's
thinking.
battle fatigued.
So there was a war in Ireland?
Maybe he was just stationed there doing, like, God knows what. Like, I mean, my dad was in Hawaii just, like, doing training shit. Like, I mean, it wasn't Pearl Harbor in that time, so.
World War II ended in 1944.
Okay.
And so he could have gone over seas around that time. These were published in 1958. A little history lesson. They have 6 kids now, so I mean, I don't do math in my head.
That's like one every
but
2
sounds,
years.
It sounds, yeah, legitimate.
Seems like once every 2 years they're Irish.
Well, one of them is,
Yeah.
at least.
Okay. How many kids did they end up having, Caitlin?
I think at the end of the day, probably like 13. They're Catholic.
Yeah.
I think she killed him. That's my answer for everything.
Girl can dream.
And then moved all 20 children back to Ireland.
Where they lived happily ever after in a castle.
Near the Blarney Stone.
Can anybody do an Irish accent?
Give me a word that sounds.
Just read the letter.
She's not speaking.
Say I'm a war bride and I hate my husband.
No, I need a word that's gonna get me into that. Like I can do accents pretty well, but like I need a word that sounds what?
Divorce?
No, that sounds very Irish. Like okay, so
Whiskey?
like
Oh wait, I did
like
Boston.
so when I do Boston, all I have to say is Boston, and then I can get into my Boston accent. You know?
Okay, that's great. No, that's Rosie Perez.
And I learned that hot dog can get me into a New York accent, but I don't have one for Irish.
Yeah, I can't. Can you do one? Is this
so.
a way for you to get to do an Irish accent?
Well, I wanted to see if I could pull it off or not.
Try it.
Irish. Divorce.
That's close. That's close.
That was better.
Yeah, that was better than Jessica's.
I'm a war bride.
I didn't do one.
I have possible 7 kids.
And that's crazy because I watch Dairy Girls all the time.
What is Dairy Girls?
My husband
We
is
talked
shot.
about this earlier. Keep it going. You'll get it.
I watch Dairy Girls now. I'm 78. I gotta give a fuck about my dead husband. I'm happy. Back
You're
in my
so
homeland.
close.
You sounded like Julia Child just then.
Start giving
Let's make a
directions to-
pie. Let's have 8 more kids before you're fucking dead. Before we put life support. One more go.
Just lay there.
I love how your accent's evolving too as you go on
Yeah.
into something different. I'm trying to figure out what the last one was.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yoda, if Yoda talked normal.
If you had regular
Americanized.
sentence structure.
Yes. Yoda, if he actually paid attention in school.
Any additional thoughts on this dude who's probably getting his ass beat too?
No, yeah, he's definitely getting beat. He's battle fatigued. But I do like now. I know what a war bride is. I
The
didn't
more
know
you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. Can I do letter number 1?
that's all we have left, so sure.
All right, here we go. Is this one going to require an accent? Because I'll just go straight into character.
Sure.
Go for it.
Dear Abby, my husband is very... No, I just did Borat. Dear Abby, my husband is very continental and flies into a rage quickly. He turned on a lamp and found out there was no bulb. Oh, Lord. He has warned me about this repeatedly, so I should have known better. He lost his temper, and he hit me over the head with the lamp he bought me for Mother's Day. He really didn't hurt me, Abby. Just my feelings. Should I apologize or should he? Signed, AV. Dear AV, this is Continental. He should apologize for...
This is why you should read the letters beforehand.
He should apologize for clouding you with a lamp. If you enjoy living with this Continental man, either buy yourself a lifetime supply of light bulbs or a crash helmet. Abby, sassy.
Okay, when you were reading that just now, it reminded me of Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption where he's narrating. Anyone seen that? Nope. Okay.
Oh, wait,
on.
let me do it.
I love that movie. I've seen it several
Dear
times.
Abby, this is the Continental. No, I can't do it now.
I was gonna say when you were reading the letter, it did sound a little racially charged.
Well,
and like
I grew up in Bakersfield. Is my defense.
I was gonna say, I mean, I don't think you're a bad person for doing it.
Yeah, however, I wanted to separate myself from you.
I don't know what continental means.
Is it like
Googled
distinguished?
I Googled it. Well, first when I read it, I was like, when are we gonna start talking about the free breakfast? I want a shitty waffle and Activia. I want room temp scrambled eggs with my husband if he's gonna be so continental. But no, I think continental means like distinguished, like follows rules, but also like somewhat subdued, somewhat shy too. So this shy guy
so
isn't
that's
so
why it's
shy
like, yeah.
when it comes
What?
to his wife's face.
It says he's very continental and flies into a race. Oh, so he's not shy about beating the fuck out of his wife?
Exactly, right?
So like a continental is like also like calm and reserved.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure bro's bipolar too, just throwing it out there.
Right.
So when I first read this letter, I was like, is this like 1950s Am I the Asshole? Like, this is the original Reddit thread that started it all.
Am I the asshole for getting beat by my husband? Like, he's so shy.
Should I apologize?
I forgot one lamp. That's actually so true. Like that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I would upvote it for no. I would skim through it, not even reading it, and be like.
I would go through all the
Dump it,
comments
queen.
and all the sub comments.
I wouldn't have an opinion until I read 30 Other Men's. Who's on Reddit? Whoever's on Reddit. That was their opinion.
Didn't you want to do like a Reddit version of this?
I wanted to do an Am I the Asshole episode because we did Ann Landers for, was it, I think, April Fool's Day, so we should totally do an Am I the Asshole episode. I would like that. And it's so quiet, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll buy tickets.
I'll come back.
Sweet.
I'll be an audience
Caitlin
member.
was telling me before the show that she came to a Dear Abby back in the day. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Which one was it? Do you remember?
The funny one?
Like the best one ever. Like Dave Chappelle was here, George Carlin.
Do you remember who the guests were?
Yes, actually. Well, one of them.
Okay.
It was Grace Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to call her by her Instagram name. And also one time at Golden Bear, you asked me to bring you up, and I said, Jessie, and I thought, because your thing's real, I called you Jessie Real, because I don't know you as a real person. I only know you as an Instagram account.
That's what's wrong with this next generation. They don't. Are you technically a millennial?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm
you're
Gen
the
Z.
Z. Okay. Again, that's what's wrong with this generation. They don't know if you don't have if it's not your name, like Jessica Swan official, like they don't know your fucking name. Like maybe they even think that my last name's official.
Yeah, I've been calling
They
you
don't know.
official like this whole time. Every time I talk shit about you, I'm like, Jessica Swan official. It's the worst host I've ever seen.
Okay, when I met Jessie too, a while ago, there was another batshit show at Punchline where we had it was a Christmas show. We had 3 hosts, like 20 guests, like people popping in. It was nuts. But he came up to me after and he's like, I wanted to meet you. I've watched your stuff. And I'm like, who the hell is this dude?
So sounds like me. I was such a fanboy.
Oh. Anyway, now we do a show together, so.
Yeah, you and Emma Haney were my favorites. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Emma's good.
Yep. Yeah. Emma, today I saw my Facebook memory said that today was my 9-year friend anniversary with Emma. And like, I've only been doing comedy for like 6 years. So I must have been stalking them for 3 years.
Here's what I don't understand.
Yeah, save me.
It says he turned on the lamp and found out there was no bulb. Where's the bulb? Where did the bulb go? Okay.
Smoking meth.
Ooh.
Fair. Been there. All right. That answers that question. All right, then yeah, definitely buy yourself a lifetime supply of light bulbs, and then you don't have to. I mean, double it up, because then like you need lights for the house and lights for your meth. But
You really only need a candle for the meth.
what? You can't smoke meth out of a candle.
You only need a dream to smoke meth.
Well, you could use the candle to light.
To light it, but you
Yeah.
can't smoke it out of there.
No, you can't.
This has been so educational. Thank you.
Yeah. We learned what continental was.
My
We learned
cousin's
the many
kids.
ways of smoking meth.
My cousin's kids are here. Like they're never gonna talk to me again after this.
No, they're gonna smoke meth now. Now that we
Now they
told
know
them.
how.
Sorry,
They
Mom.
just ordered light bulbs on Amazon. All right. Well, that's our show.
We doing plugs?
Let's do some plugs. Go ahead, Nicole. What do you got? You got like 5 shows here.
Well, I have 2 now. So,
Okay.
as I said earlier, my mom died, so I haven't really been in comedy. But I do 2 monthly shows. I do Dear Abby, which is every 4th Saturday at 10 or 10:30 p.m., and then Power Play every 3rd Saturday at 10 p.m., which is basically I make a whole slide thing of memes, and then improvisers have to come up and make up like a whole presentation out of it. It's really fun. I get to play a bitch character, which, is not too much different, but it's fun.
That's fine. This is the first time we've been together like in over a month, like in 2, because like you were out and Dana co-hosted, and then I was out and Dana co-hosted, and now we're finally back together.
I haven't seen you in hella long. You lost a lot of weight, too.
Yeah, but that was a while ago. That's been happening.
Oh, yeah.
You just didn't notice, I guess.
Anyway, so I'm at Nicole is just okay on pretty much anything, so find me. Jessica, what's up?
I will be at the Punchline Sacramento in the Callback Bar on December 15th.
For what?
It's a We on the Left show. Patrick Ely's gonna be there, Colin Casados, Amber Ellis, and yeah, I'll put you on my guestie. But he is so funny, and yeah, I mean, I definitely just said his name. He's hilarious, and you all heard it, what his name was. Yep. And then you can follow me on, that's December 15th, Callback Bar. You can follow me on social media at With the Swan.
Not White the Swan, which is what I always look for. It's with. I always think it's white.
Why? Because she's white?
Why?
Yeah. She's white.
You do look like a swan. Like you could be. Well, like you could be in like the Sacramento area of the play version of Black Swan. I'm not gonna sit here and say you can be on Broadway.
Thanks. I could be Odette in the Sacramento non-professional ballet street performers version of Swan Lake. Okay, cool.
I bet Jesse Jones would let us do it, too. Yep, Jesse, what? Anyway.
Caitlin, what do you got going on?
Yeah, right after this, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and steal some tampons and pads.
Those are FEMA tampons.
I'm taking all of them. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any more questions about meth, I'll be in there. But
with the water running.
Don't ask about that.
And
but
don't look for a
anything
light
else?
bulb.
No, I have my first 10-minute set on Monday. It's at Golden Bear.
Oh, you're going to the showcase?
I am.
We're not gonna be there.
I'm so upset.
Oh,
So,
it's okay. I'm gonna
Kaylin-
bomb my ass off.
No, you are not. I have bombed every
What?
showcase I've been on at Golden Bear.
We're not gonna make it at all.
Yeah.
We wouldn't make it at all.
Yeah.
What? It starts at 7:30.
I think maybe 7. Literally, so Henry asked me to do it. Henry Pullen, and I don't know. No one has made flyers, so I don't really actually know.
Sounds like a Henry show to
I
me.
would make. I
I really hope he remembered that he asked me.
He'll make a flyer like at 4 o'clock.
Well, I asked him to like let me make the flyers, but I don't know who's on the showcase, so I can't do that.
Yeah, who else is on the showcase?
What? Yeah, who else is on the?
Who's in the
Cool,
group
cool, cool.
chat?
I don't know.
There's no group chat yet. He hasn't created the group chat. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
No. This is great.
But Golden Bear also has Oyster Fridays, so.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, they have it on a whiteboard, and I'm like, y'all are nasty.
Golden Bear has really good food, you guys. Yeah.
Is it fresh oysters or fried oysters?
I am not going to be the one to try them.
Have you never tried oysters?
Well,
Oysters
not at a
are
bar.
Yeah.
like I don't know.
No, if I like my rule with seafood is I want to see the
You've
ocean.
never been to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
That is correct.
But in New Orleans, they're oysters.
What?
They say I'm different in New Orleans.
New Orleans. I
Oysters.
can't do a New Orleans accent.
I did
can't.
it.
You
for
didn't.
Yeah. Listen, I know Harry Connick Jr., okay?
He's
And
from New
And he
Orleans?
said oysters. I said oysters, baby. Let's call the whole thing off. You guys don't know.
That's a jazz accent.
It is from New Orleans.
Okay.
Jesse,
I
what's
also have a 5-minute spot. I have another 5-minute spot. Just remembered. It's on December 12th. I think it's in Davis though. So.
Oh shit.
Are you Mexican?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did it
Please
break your
leave.
heart? Please. Jeez.
No.
Go
It
back
did.
where you came from.
Which is here.
Yeah. All right.
It did break our hearts a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Everyone wants minority points. Everybody wants a piece of this. I'm half Native American.
Mm. I am at the Callback Bar next Sunday for Sabor a Me. I'm headlining my own show,
Woo! Oh,
so I don't have to pay me. How can I save some money? I know I'll headline it. So I'm headlining my own show next Sunday. It's at the Callback Bar. You should come. And then I think Johnny Taylor and Friends. I'll be hosting that the following Wednesday. What's that, like the 4th or something like that? And what?
Go on.
And you can find me on Instagram, or you can find me on, I almost said Truth Social, Blue Sky.
Wow.
I'm on Blue
Wearing
Sky.
his MAGA hat and red
You can find me
sweatshirt.
on QAnon. I'll be
Yeah,
at the
all
Capitol
the
January
stuff,
6th.
Yeah. I'll be celebrating. No, I'm just kidding. But that's it. Yeah. Thank you. You guys get to keep the letters, by the way.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I wish I didn't lose my staple.
Oh, you can have mine.
I can bring you one another time.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jesse.
Yay. Thank you. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for coming, guys. A lot of fun.
All right, everybody, that is it for us for the gosh darn evening. Thanks for sticking around with us. No improv tomorrow. That's coming back next Sunday with the Arena and Jam. Check out Skype Comedy Theater for our full calendar of events. Have a good night. Get home safe.